against Taib? Did he correct Taib and say, no, you cannot say you tak nak kerja sama, you mesti kerja sama dengan MACC? At least before election, put on some sandiwara lah. You want our votes, right? If before elections you don't even dare to scold Taib, put on an act to show that you are committed to fight corruption, you think after elections he will go after all this Taib Mahmud and everyone else? No. So there is no way they are going to cut corruption. It is completely different from Selangor Penang under Pakatan Rakyat. We strip naked for the rakyat to see, not the Chua Sui Lik type. The entire ESCO have their assets. How many cars they have, how many credit cards they have, how much debt they have, how many lands they have, what type of shares they have, all published on the government website. No need MACC to come knocking on the door to ask how much you have. You want to see, just go to the website. Everyone can see how much Lim Guan Eng makes. Everyone can see how much Teresa Kok makes. Everyone can see how much Tan Sri Khalid Ibrahim makes. So it is very obvious. There's two types of government in place today. One that is opaque, having a lot of things to hide, and one that is open and transparent, willing to show everything to the people because we have no fear, because we are not corrupt. Yes. So in which case, how is the government, Barisan Nasional, going to fund all their sweet promises after elections? Only two ways. Number one, borrow. We really have very intelligent people in Subang Jaya. Borrow more money. Our debts are already 502 billion. They are going to borrow more money in order to give you some more money. What's the point? Essentially what you are doing is taking money from your children and your grandchildren in order for you to spend it today. And that is how Barisan Nasional have been doing it over the past 6-7 years. Our country's federal government debt has increased more than 100% since 2004. 2004, the debt was 240 billion. Today, it is 502 billion. So what we need now is to ensure that we can cut our debt. And we have shown that we are able to in Selangor and in Penang. What else? Besides increasing debt, the next thing they are going to do, if there's not enough debt to raise, they are going to raise taxes. And this is something we object. They are going to implement the GST, which we find unfair at this point in time, because it will impose a heavy burden on the poor. It doesn't matter whether you are on a wheelchair or you are out of work. It doesn't matter whether you are a retiree or you are a school children. Everyone will have to pay taxes for what they buy. Now, we object on the basis that the government has not managed to seal their pockets. The pockets are leaking. There's a hole in the pocket. So that's why whatever money the government gets is leaking out. And that's why the government tells you they don't have enough money. And because they don't have enough money, they say they want more money from the people via new additional taxes. We object because even if we put in more money into the pocket, as long as the hole is there, it will continue to flow out. In fact, if we stuff even more money into the pocket, the hole might just get bigger. So, Pakatan Rakyat's position is very simple. We object to the government funding all its expenses, all its gula-gula to the people via increased debt, via increased taxes. We believe that whatever we promised in our manifesto can be delivered by just reducing corruption, by just reducing wastages, by just implementing open tenders, by just preventing abuse of power. And we have shown that in Selangor, we have shown that in Penang, and I'm sure if I have more time, like 1 hour, I'll tell you all the other stories.